things are coming along really nicely within this week. So we are beating my expectations, and when we got stuff done, I even got the pine board stained, which was a nice addition that I didn't think I'd get. So that allows that to get dry, get the fumes out of here before anything gets here later this week. And then now it's time for fencing. So I'm actually doing just partial. So to kind of give you all the game plan of what we're doing with fencing, this is our spare Premier one that's laying right behind me. So we're gonna start using that. Then we're actually moving the petting zoo down to 100 foot instead of 200 foot. Elsa and Anna are coming out of there. I'll tell you that part, especially since this is the release video. I don't want to give it away yet because we ain't gotten there. But Elsa and Anna will be coming out of there. And so that's going to be moving down to 100. We're going to use the other 100 foot of fence here. So we're going to have a 200 foot pasture. So for now, since it's only Tuesday while I'm recording this, I'm just going to go ahead and get this other 100 foot set up. And I'm not going to grab that other one until we get a little bit closer to time, because I don't want Elsa and Anna and all the petting zoo to be down in 100 foot when it's unnecessary to. So let's get this fence up. Any guesses yet? Okay, so here is the start of the fence. Goes up and gives them a path to get to their home nice and easy. And then we follow down the line and we shoot this way. So the goal is we'll have them coming out to kind of my mom's backyard here. First off, this is some nice, good, full sun that they can enjoy, but they can also go get in the shade in the summer. But this is green and thick and all kinds of good pasture to eat. So I got another 100 foot. I'm hoping I can go on a little bit more and then be able to shoot back up to the back side of their house. So the fences won't be touching, but with the Premier one, that's okay. It's not full circuit. I can run through and run out and just keep working. So that's a cool part of it. But the goal is to be on the back side of the house, which I stained, by the way. Y'all saw that. I think I just mentioned that to you. So many clips here. Things start running together. But that stain will protect the wood and it looks better. We're also going to be coloring or painting or doing something with the pallets just because it doesn't look as good with that blue and red stuff going on there. But fence partially up. Okay, we've been waiting to do this because we wanted to make sure it was very close before we get the new things. So the new things are coming tomorrow morning. So we've got to move this down to 100 foot, the petting zoo fence. So it's feeding time. I'm gonna feed them. I could wait till nighttime, but I really don't want to do this in the dark and fall because I know I'll bust my butt. So we're gonna feed them all on this side and then hopefully condense it in with no one getting out.
Let's try.
So it decided to pour down rain. The rain is relentless on us this week. It will not give us a break to actually get some stuff done. That and sickness. It's crazy. So we did get the fence down and got them in their small little pen, which y'all will find out more. Just keep watching. I can't say any more just yet because we ain't told you the surprise just yet. But I started to put it up over there where the new pen is, and it absolutely just poured down, and I'm soaking wet. Jen came running in with the camera. Lucky her, huh? Right here is where we're gonna...
What?
Yeah.
Today's the day. It's the morning. Ready or not, here we go. Gotta finish the fencing. We're about 45 minutes out from getting the things, and we're rushing.
So good morning. I just saw a lot of stuff. We are on a time crunch. So we are going to get the animals at 10 a.m.
Still on time now.
We still are on time. We always freak out like we're late. But you saw salt block, a mineral block, some minerals, some sunflower seeds, fencing going up.
Yeah.
You already know about the milking stand.
You probably figured it out by now, but if you haven't, we're headed to get them.
Well, they might have figured it out. The breed is what will surprise you. Let's go get them.
Okay, we're back to the barn. This time you actually get to see them.
There's a chance.
No peepees. Oh, you have some pretty eyelashes.
Oh! Okay, our friends did not really want to be on film. Can completely understand. But all the things are here, and it's time to finally reveal. Oh, it's super cold, a little windy, well, very windy, a little rainy, fun day.
Nice in that little house.
It is nice in the little house. So, first glimpse. That's just Elsa and Anna. We already had them, right? So what did we get?
Tell them. Show them.
And they left.
Oh my God.
What a reveal. Okay. Let's go over here, and then we'll truly reveal.
Tease.
Last tease, we promise. We didn't try to do that one. They did that one. Here they are. I'm gonna flip you around. And there is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 here. Plus another animal, and then 2 somewhere else. We'll show you those in a second. All right, no more tease. Are we done teasing?
Yep.
Well, let that one get done pooping. Okay, now it's time. We got more goats. We do. So with these 2 hoodlums, we've got Nigerian dwarf goats and a Nubian. And so let's talk about them real quick. The big Nubian here, that's Butters, and they're still warming up too, so they're gonna keep walking away. The little one with the black stripe is her best friend, and she's a doe that'll be ready to breed come spring. And then the one head button over there, that's the other mama. So the 3 babies that are with her are hers. And then these 2 babies are Butters. And so Butters is currently in milk. So we are actively going to be having an active milk goat. Now there is going to be some things that happen, you know, when you first introduce a milk goat that's in milk to your property. She might go down a little. So we'll just start working with her, teaching her the milking gait, and then get her going. So all of them are girls, besides one buckling, which we're going to turn into a wether.
Guns are blazing. Guns are blazing. Take your time, it's all you've got. If you tried, it's not your fault. Righteousness won't fill your cup. You do's, you don't, just won't add up. But sometimes you gotta fake it till you make it. Show 'em just what you're made of, and all your dreams will stand right up. It's all right there, just ready for the taking. You can snap those chains and be on your way. Guns blazing. Guns blazing.
One of the best things here, y'all, though, is those are registered.
Yes, they're registered goats, and they're beautiful, and they're healthy.
They are.
So lovely.
So I know it was quite the surprise and completely unexpected. That's what we were saying. All of y'all's guesses are so funny. Pigs is what I would have guessed too.
Yeah.
Some people did guess goats, but I don't know if you necessarily thought they were going to be Nigerian dwarf goats, which they look like little puppies and they're the cutest stinking things in the world. And you all had a lot of good guesses, but we have expanded our goat herd. So we now have, if you take out that one buckling, what do we got? 7, 8, 9 does.
9 does.
9 does. Oh, we forgot to introduce the other thing that's in here. But yeah, so we got 9 does, a buckling that we're going to turn to a wether, and then we got a registered buck and a wether, which are over here. We'll show you them in a minute. Their names are Rico and Suave. But something came with the goats. It was a package deal. She was coming, and we were happy to take her.
Yep.
Hi, Miss Dolly.
Meet Dolly. Dolly is the best little girl.
Yep.
She's 2 years old.
So Dolly has been with us. It's not a flock. What am I trying to say? Herd. I can spit it out. She's been with this herd their whole life. And so to keep really stress off her too, she came with the herd. And so she's been really good. Everybody has adapted to the electrical fence perfectly. They were not an electrical fence at their original home. And so we were a little nervous about that, especially Dolly.
Yeah.
She has found it twice. And if you're ever training anything on electrical fence, to know that they're respecting the fence is if they bounce back and don't try to drive through it. All animals, including Dolly, has jumped back. So that makes me really happy to see that. And now everybody's respecting it and staying a little bit further away from it instead of getting so close to it. So we got Dolly and then 8 goats in here. I got to back up a little. So most of them are Nigerian dwarfs. We do have the Nubian, and then there's a mini Nubian that's in there. So the Nubians girls are mini Nubians, and then the rest of the actual registered Nigerian dwarfs. Oh.
So with our goats, we have 10 goats in here. 2 boys are with the chickens, but we're about to put them with Charlie and Buster, so that makes 4 boys and Dolly.
Yep. And so you're probably thinking, because you saw us take that fence away from the petting zoo and put it over here, we actually have another electrical fence on order. It's on its way. So we had the solar power hookups. We just needed to have the fence, which if you ever look at Premier One, that part's not bad pricing. So for another 100 foot, it was another $140, which if you go actually price physical fencing, you're going to pay more than that because the fencing's that much, but then you got to get T-posts and all that stuff. So that's coming in the next 2 days, so they'll have more room over there. But we are tickled to death.
We are. We're so full of joy.
Yep.
Dolly is doing amazing. These are her babies. They're her goats, so she's going to protect them great.
Yeah.
They're loving it. Everybody loves their new home. Elsa and Honor are doing great. They're getting along. The boys are doing great with the chickens so far, and I think they're going to do great with the boys. And
the only reason we put them into it, the chickens, right now is because we wanted to watch here, and we knew there wouldn't be any issues over there with the chickens. Our chickens are used to goats, and the buck and the wether are pretty tame animals. They're not horned, so we have a dehorned buck that hopefully will not beat me up now. But the only thing we didn't get to do was draw on here. It rained and rained and rained and rained, so we never got to do it. But these are the Homestead Honeys.
Homestead Honeys.
And that's what we're going to get painted on this board right here.
Homestead Honey Money Makers.
Homestead Honey Money Makers, that's right. So this immediately puts us in milk. It allows us to create our goal of our homestead on making it profitable. Because we're going to have kids that we're going to be able to sell. We're going to have milk, soap, all the stuff that Jen's going to make. And so that's really extremely exciting. We do have a few things in here that we want to show, just to kind of show you we are ready. This wasn't a rush decision. So you all saw us put in the milking stand. Right now it's just holding the hay that we have. Dolly, you're going to be a little camera hog, aren't you? But we are going to start training them to getting on this milking stand. It was the ones that they had, so that's a good sign too. They have a salt block and a protein mineral block, and then they have free range to minerals that are sitting right there.
With the minerals, we're also getting another feeder just like that for baking soda, so they can have their baking soda if they get bloated. Elsa and Anna aren't used to all this because we had such a small herd of goats before. My hair's crazy.
Yeah, it's been a crazy day.
So with that and just all of the new, we just want to have the baking soda just in case anybody eats too much and gets a little bloated, and they know what to do with that. Their body's telling what to do.
Yep. And Josh and I, we all of the goats are up to date on everything. He gave them all some copper, made sure they were up to date on dewormer and their CDT. So all of the new herd is good to go. No issues with any kind of pesticides or warming or any of those that we're nervous about at all. And we are just wish it was warmer.
Yeah.
Wish it was warmer so we could just sit out here and hang out with them. My goodness, it's too cold. So we're gonna have to The kids aren't here just yet. They were down at my mom's, so they're about to come up too and meet them. We just wanted it to be a very calm situation until everybody figured each other out. I'm staring at Xena on the porch.
She's not happy.
She's not real happy. She's like, what is this other white fluff ball that you all brought up in my place?
She's okay though.
Yeah, she's good.
And here's the boys. So this
Rico
is
and
Rico
Suave.
and Suave. Hi, boys.
So Rico is the black one, which is the registered buck, and then Suave is the weathered. He's actually Nubian. He was part of Butters' clan. So he's actually a weathered Nubian.
Hi, boys.
Mini Nubian.
They're doing great in here.
Yes, they
Getting
are.
along with chickens and everything. Hi, boys.
Okay, you all just got to see that we placed all boys together. So we had a friend come over, Angela from Tall Weeds and Rust. She lives here locally. Y'all have seen her on our channel before. Awesome channel, but also animal lover like us. So she was really excited. She got to see these before anyone. So y'all talk to her, not us, about it. But the boys are now in here and everybody's doing good. Funny enough, Buster, our weather, is being a little more weird about it than anybody else. Not even Charlie. Charlie's actually scared of Rico, the Nubian buck. So that's interesting. But it's feeding time. So it's their first time to feed with us. We're gonna feed the girls first and Dolly, and then we'll come back and get this group together. So let's do it. But it looks like y'all are ready. So this is our first time actually having to feed livestock guardian dog within here. So I talked to Josh, our buddy, that we got all the animals from, and they're already in a pretty good routine. Look at Butters. I heard you're quite the food hog, that you really like it. So he said that he gives them this. All right. Butters a lot like Autumn. So let me go ahead and feed him, then I'll talk to you. Watch out. Over here. Get you your food. Okay. New place. I got to figure out exactly where to stand and talk in this area. So what I was saying is thankfully Dolly and the goats are already accustomed to this. They know that they get feeding time at the same time. Dolly does not have it all the time. We do have a livestock guardian dog, but she protects us in the house and has her job there. So this one is strictly for the goats. So she's eating her food. The ladies are over here eating theirs, which I'm happy about. Everybody is super happy, and just, this could not have gone better on how well everybody got in here and is eating and enjoying each other, especially introducing. It's one thing to bring a new herd to a new place, new fence, electrical fence over permanent fencing, because that's what they were raised on. Just everything new to them, and then also introducing our does, Elsa and Anna, in here, and how they just kind of taken in as like sisters to everybody else. So everybody's doing really good. I'm really happy to how it works and how I'm seeing. I was told to watch Dolly, because Dolly is about the only one that likes a little dog food. So I got to stay in between them, make sure that we don't have any issues here. Come on, Dolly. Come on now. No dog food for you. No dog food. Right there. You eat your food. No dog food. Yep. Okay, I got Dolly here. She is a little feisty when it comes to food. She likes to eat everything. Dolly, I think, might be full. She's done eating in here, loving on me. So I'm gonna move on to the other ones, but I'm just so impressed with how everybody's getting acquainted. Butters, me and you, yes. Eat your own food. Okay, so that's one thing that we're gonna have to work on here and learn a little bit more. Now, Dolly did eat a lot of the food, so we'll just keep an eye on it. We'll figure it out and see how we can do that a little bit better. But first feeding, perfect with these ladies. Tell everybody bye, ladies. They waited a long time, a whole week to see you all. And it's funny, I can only basically see just Elsa and Anna. There's Butters and Dolly and everybody else. Okay, so they're fed. Now let's go feed the boys. So speaking of feeding, as you all know, or you may not know, if you don't, here you go. We had our goats with our chickens, and so we've always done a mix of goat feed and alfalfa pellets. And now we've introduced sunflower seeds because it's really good oil for the skin for the goats, or for their fur. Now, since the chickens and guineas are all by themselves, we can introduce them back into regular poultry feed because goat feed is a little bit more expensive. So the chickens are living a good life. So we are gonna do this route now and be able to kind of split the food up and give them more appropriate food. What's up, boys? Let's get them fed. Here you go. 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 All right. Rico and Suave eating good. Charlie being his crazy self finally found the open bowl. And Wild Man Buster eating it up. Yeah, buddy. Now time for the petting zoo. Feeding time when it's good and as quick as it normally does. The only thing I like to watch is the whole Dolly and Butters feeding time, because Butters appears to like dog food over goat food. And Dolly she's not aggressive to people and she's a very sweet dog. But it seems like she's not very aggressive with her food, which you don't want them like crazy angry, but it wouldn't be bad if like a little snip, just a warning, so Butters maybe would learn the point, but it doesn't sound like Butters ever learns the point. She's very demanding. So that's it for feeding, and I'm a happy man. What you got?
Chicken butt rot.
What a day, what a week. Wow.
What a year.
What a year, what a year. Yeah, that's a good point to make. So when you all see this, we'll be 1 year and 1 day on YouTube.
Yeah.
And it has been an amazing year.
It is.
You all have just changed our lives. This homestead has changed our lives, and today was huge.
It was. So last March, we went to our first homestead gathering, which was Deep South. And we met Jessica for the first time.
Yep.
We've been talking to him for months, but we met him. And they wanted to know what our biggest homestead goals were. And besides greenhouse, I told them I just want goats. I wanted goats for so long, for years. I told Zach I wanted goats. I just wanted them so bad. I had one as a kid and I absolutely loved it. And he just kept saying, there's no point in goats. What are you going to do with goats? You can't do anything with them, blah, blah, blah. So I told her that, and then we were blessed to get 2 goats from our friends at 2 Wild Onions, and then we got 2 more goats from Jess and Maya, and we had those 4 goats.
And then we learned.
Yeah.
We learned with those 4. We intentionally kept it that way until we learned goats.
They were so easy and manageable, and it was such a small amount that in that first year we learned so much about goats.
How to treat them, how to take care of them, how to do all those things.
And thankfully, there were no sicknesses, there were no illnesses.
Because we stayed on top of things.
We did. I mean, for first-time goat owners, I feel like that's a really big accomplishment.
Yeah.
And they're just the best, so they made that easy.
Right. They didn't make it easy, but you got to do your research, which is, we knew what to do, so just throwing that out there. They're not all that easy.
No, I mean, there's a lot of maintenance, but
Yeah.
if you keep up with the maintenance and know your goats, then everything's pretty simple from there on out.
Yep.
So then when we were approached with this offer, which we weren't even really approached with it, I saw it on Facebook because we were friends with them. We went to school. And I saw it last Saturday.
Last Saturday night.
And I threw my phone at him. I said, look at this. And I figured his first reaction would be, no, no. We have 4 goats. We're not even doing anything with them. They're not in milk. We haven't even breeded them. But to my amazement, he was like, that's not a bad deal. So then I knew I was in.
Well, let's start the deal. So we got 10 goats, 1 dog. So 11 full animals. We bounced back and forth. What it was, we thought somebody else was going to get a wether, and we said that was fine, but apparently we got the wether, so that's why we got all 10. But I was like, well, let me text him and just see, because like I said, him and I graduated high school together.
Yeah.
We've been friends forever, and I was like, let's just see what's up. And so we kept saying this is a deal of a lifetime, and it's because they really wanted to sell the herd together, including Dolly. You know, he said it was a catch that we had to take Dolly. We were pumped to take Dolly.
Yeah.
That's awesome to have a livestock guardian dog that's already used to the herd and knows what she's doing.
Trainer,
right.
She knows her job.
She knew what she was doing.
Yeah.
So I didn't find that as catch. I found that as bonus.
Right.
So
that's what we wanted Xena to be, but Xena ended up being a pet.
Right. So if you're familiar with registered goats, they're expensive.
Mm-hmm.
They're expensive goats to have because, I mean, you get the paperwork, everything's checked out.
They're process. It's a big process.
It is a big process. So you've basically almost doubled your goat price with registered goats. And so I was like, oh my gosh, how much is he going to want for 10 goats?
We were like, oh, there's no way we can afford that.
How many of those? 5 to 6 of them are registered. And the kids are on their way to be registered. He gave me all the paperwork to send that in and get it done. So I was like, this is going to be an outrageous price. There's no way we're going to afford it. Well, to sell a herd that large, it's hard to find someone that's willing to take them all. Right. So he could have easily, if he wanted to, sold them individually for full price, full registered price. But they don't live exactly where the goats were. And that's a lot to take on, to try to sell them individually. And they really wanted to keep them together. We were willing and able to keep the herd together. Yeah. So he cut the price down like nobody was registered, and it was a bundle package. Yeah. So that's why it was a deal of a lifetime, because of the price that we paid for those, which we're not going to disclose, and we apologize for that. We just a little personal, just keeping their privacy and all that different stuff. But it was a really, really good deal. We would never get this many goats for the price we got, especially registered goats.
And with their health. I mean, they're healthy goats. They've checked out in every aspect. They're good. They're great. They're good moms. They're good kids. And they just are 100% right for us.
That's right. Yeah. So it's amazing. And we're extremely happy. Everyone's getting along just fine. Yeah. The boys... Bachelor pad out there, that's the new nickname for them. We're doing great. We got some more fencing coming for them in the next 2 to 3 days. So they'll have over 200 foot of pasture as well. So
birds, they get to be birds now.
Yep, all the poultry.
Be chickens, turkeys, and guineas and ducks, and not have to worry about bigger livestock, even though they loved them.
That's right. Yeah. Well, they don't want to get trampled. Right. Sometimes when Elsa and Anna would get really excited, they would go running. And all the birds are like, please don't land on me. And then all the ladies are doing great, including Dolly. So it's been an amazing day, amazing week. We apologize for not throwing out a whole lot of content this week, but we have been videoing, and you just saw it all in this video. Yeah. So it was all in preparation for this one. So we hope you all enjoyed it. Thank you all for making this so much fun. I hope we didn't let you down on it being goats, but Nigerian dwarfs are so cute.
Yeah.
So,
but if you followed us from the beginning, you knew how much we love goats and how much we wanted them and to expand our herd and just be all into goats.
Exactly.
And have our other animals too, but just be fully all into goats.
Yep.
And they bring us so much joy. And looking back to a year ago and knowing if I would have told myself a year ago that I would have 14 goats in a year's time, I would have been like, nope, that's not going to happen. So that is just a huge blessing in itself. And Anna and Elsa, we love them so much, and Charlie and Buster, and they're going to do so good with their new family. They get to be goats all together, and it's just a huge blessing. So thank you to them, and thank you to you all. And This has been fun.
It has been fun. And so, you know, we're still in the process of getting all the meat that we want to have for us to be sustainable.
Yeah.
But this is the profit part. So we can have those that are in a smaller pack. But if we really wanted to become profitable in livestock, we needed to have a herd. We now have that.
Yeah.
So now it's getting all that stuff. And that's another reason why that Premier One fencing is awesome. We were able to move things around.
Yeah.
And here we are with 14. And now a lot of them are kids in the Nigerian gorse, which is nice because they don't need as much room. But they have all kinds of room. They have 200 foot of fencing, but it's not connected. So it's on the house. So they've got probably 250 to 300 foot for them to graze around. And once you see them in there, it's like, wow, you all got plenty of room. So this is cool. But I know this video is getting long. We very much apologize for that. But I hope it was worth it. I hope you all enjoyed this. My goodness, we're ecstatic.
Yeah, our hearts are very full. So we'll be live after this. Make sure that you join us for that so we can chat and just have a good old time. But
yes, and now if you're watching this not exactly
then
during the day we release it, then we will not be live. But we are live every Monday night.
Yep.
All right, y'all. I hope you enjoyed it. We're full of just happiness. We can't wait. And you all will get to learn and know them and see them so much more than just this video. They'll be regularly on our content.
Yes.
So we love you all.
We love y'all.
Until the next one.
Bye.
Bye.